What's going on, guys? Fun of Thighs back again, and I just wanted to give you a little update on my Brous Blades Sniper frame lock. You guys probably know it as the one that had the extremely bent out clip. I posted a video about it. I don't even remember what it was titled now. Something like "I hate when this happens" or something. Anyway, kind of give you a little insight on why I had to order a replacement clip. I'll show you guys that. I was going to show you guys the internals, make this a quick video. I'm not going to reassemble it on camera, basically because I'm not skilled enough to do it in any watchable amount of time. I don't want to make this like a 15-minute video where you just struggle in front of the camera making everything shake. But I will show you the internal, show you what happened to my clip specifically, maybe a little buyer beware warning on this model in particular, and my experience with Brous Blades customer service, which was fairly positive. So I explained the situation. I filed a little claim on their website. They got back to me pretty quickly. They did say that my address wasn't put in correctly. They couldn't find it in their system or something to deliver to. Got that back out. In a total of 12 days with our little issue shipping-wise, I got my clip, my replacement parts, and the screws free of charge, ready to go. So couldn't ask for much more than that. They handled it very well. I didn't talk to Jason Brous specifically. It was just a customer service representative of one sort or another. But yeah, I mean, they took care of me. I think all I had to do was put in my knife model, what I needed, and like the serial number, and I was pretty much good to go. And even with the spare parts, they sent me a little Brous Blade sticker. So kind of cool to see that. Took care of me, no problems. Now the internals of this knife are extremely similar to a lot of knives on the market today, either made out of steel handle scales, titanium handle scales, aluminum handle scales. Very simple design here. You got your two handle scales, your blade, then you got two standoffs here. There's in a backspacer, just standoffs. These have T6 screws running through them, which is pretty common as far as handle screws go. They do go in from one side, so it goes through the entirety of both scales. And the standoffs, here is your stop pin. Not, of course, held in there. It's just held in there by friction, and the pockets drilled into each handle scale. Again, if you guys disassemble your knives on any sort of regular basis, this looks extremely similar to you, even like a ZT. Most of my ZTs are built exactly like this. Here's your pivot. Fairly big pivot. It's fairly wide. This does take a T8. Again, kind of standard in the knife world. This was really easy to take apart. In fact, I just disassembled this and kind of put my phone on the tripod and kind of got going. This is your little pivot collar that acts as your lock bar over travel stop. Kind of a, I don't want to say ingenious design, but something cool to throw on a nice slim model without having to mount the lock bar over travel stop inside of the handle scale itself. Now, this handle scale, I actually pulled, whoops, I'm dropping stuff. God, I've done too many takes. I'm not going to redo this thing. It does have some milling out of the scale itself. This is an all steel construction, meaning that it's going to be fairly heavy. So you see, they've tried to lighten the weight just enough that it might make an impact. I mean, just real simple construction. Here's the blade. You can see there is pockets drilled out for the bearing races here, so that they actually sit inside of the blade. They are similar to KVT. They're just cage ball bearings. They perform very well. They're actually not very dirty for as much use as I've got out of this knife. And probably just need a tiny bit of lube, and they'll be good to go right back into this. Honestly, I don't even need to do a whole lot of cleaning here or lubing. This knife was performing just fine other than the clip. Now, a lot of you guys said when I posted that video of that clip being sprung out, they said, it was a simple fix, which in most cases it is. Usually when a clip gets like this, you either have to just, take it off or even leave it on there and kind of spring it back to its original position. Now, I knew that wasn't the case because I looked inside. I don't think I, accurately explained that in that video. You can see that there's actually some damage done by that clip springing out. There's actually a little split in the clip right around the screw head, and it's actually pulled off of that top screw, meaning that even if I bent this back down, which is entirely possible, it's going to have a very brittle point here, and it's not even going to be held on by that screw. So kind of needed to be replaced rather than repaired, but not a huge deal, but I will get to that in the buyer beware in just a moment. You got milling on this side as well. Your short lock bar, see that lock bar kind of relief cut is only halfway down the blade, meaning this has got some pretty good tension. And there's your little lock bar interface here where it actually contacts the blade, if I can get that focus for you. Still plagued with lock stick. Look forward to the review where I get to talk about that a little bit. Now, here comes the buyer beware on the Brous Blades Sniper. Now, I told you guys I don't think I even remember exactly what happened with this clip for it to get like this, and for it to actually be damaged and not just sprung out like spring metal tends to be. This is the little pack they sent me. Here's the clip and the screws that go along with it. Everything I need to replace it, right? Look at how absolutely tiny those screws are for this pocket clip. They are insanely shallow. I mean, they are tiny. And I think this might be a problem that plagues this model, this problem right here. Because if there's a whole lot of tension here, there's not enough depth in those screws to adequately hold this clip in place and not have this exact same issue. Now, I don't know if I'm the first, but I'm guessing I'm not going to be the last that has this problem with the Sniper frame lock. I mean, I understand why it's this way. They can't make those pocket clip screws much longer. You're going to be poking right out of the steel handle scale. I just don't think it was a very good design when it came to the pocket clip. And alluding to the upcoming review too, you can see when this is sprung back to its normal position, there's a very small space. I mean, we're talking height from the handle scale itself to put pants material into, to put your pocket material into. And that is one of the reasons I'm not extremely fond of this knife. I have quite a few pairs of jeans that will not accept this knife going to the pocket just simply because there's not enough room. I mean, there's of course enough room now, but once I get this thing replaced, cleaned, and lubed up, and possibly give it a strop, this might be going off to a lucky winner, aka one of you guys, fairly soon. So that was it, guys. Just wanted to show you the internals of one of these things. Maybe we'll do disassemblies in the future, but probably not right now. Like I said, I'm probably not skilled enough to do them on camera and do them well enough to make them informative or the least bit entertaining. So overall, Brous Blades customer service, good. Took care of me, no problems there whatsoever. I've heard some conflicting things there, but they took care of me, and I'm pretty grateful for that. Simple construction on this model, just buyer beware on the size and the length of those pocket clip screws. So thanks for watching, guys, as always, and remember, have fun with your knives.